Hey guys, welcome to my channel Glen. My name's Glenn. I like to share with you what I learn in the world of cryptocurrency as I go through it. So a lot of you have been messaging me, Glenn, have you sold your Bitcoin? Glenn, what are you doing now? It's at all-time high. Glenn, look at these altcoins. And I thought I'd touch on all of those subjects in one of these videos today. So let's get right into it. As always, before we get into today's video, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's been smashing the like button on my videos, and also all the new people that have been clicking subscribe. Obviously, as the price of Bitcoin goes up, the demand for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin content goes up along with it, which is awesome news for anyone who creates content. But I've had a few comments lately that have sort of played on my mind. A lot of people have been sending me messages. Glenn, what altcoins are you looking at? Glenn, what do I do? How do I buy in? What's the best strategy? Have I missed the boat? As you know, have I completely missed out? Should I just ignore Bitcoin exists now? So I thought I'll do a video, as I haven't done one for a couple of weeks. Why haven't I done a video for a couple of weeks? One, because it does get repetitive. Keep saying buy little and often, don't spend as much as you're willing to lose, yada yada yada. I seem to say that in every video, yet people still message me saying, Glenn, how much Bitcoin should I own? The other option, and the other thing is that I'm actually currently in the process of moving. So hopefully within the next week or two, we will actually be moving. And I'm not just moving like round the corner, I'm actually moving to a different part of the country. So I've been going and viewing loads of properties and putting in offers, obviously dealing with all the solicitors. We've had a couple of lockdowns in that time. I started up a new YouTube channel with my son. We just do like little Pokemon card openings, which is called Mewtwo Unboxing, if any of you are interested out there. So I've been trying to help him do that, and like my wife started a business and I'm trying to help her as well. So I've just been really busy, and the last thing on my mind has been, even though I check the price of Bitcoin every 10 minutes, and it's awesome that it's gone to all-time highs, and not only has it got to all-time highs, it doubled it. It's mental. It's been a really mental time. It's just that obviously, what am I supposed to do? Just do a video, keep saying, hey guys, Bitcoin's at 35,000, keep buying little and often, don't invest more than what you're willing to lose. So it does get a little bit repetitive. So I like to do videos when I feel like I want to do a video, you know, like rather than just churn out like the same message over and over again, which I know some YouTubers are really good at doing that. Unfortunately, me, not so much. But anyway, what are we doing now? Bitcoin has got to $40,000 just over, and it's starting to dip down a bit. As of recording this video right now, Bitcoin has just dumped a little bit, actually. Not a huge amount. Not what we're used to seeing after a big rally. Normally Bitcoin, when it has these big new all-time highs, you know, I remember back in the day when it used to dip 10%, 15%, 25% in a day. I remember one day, there was a day where Bitcoin dropped 40% in one day, but then it gained some of that back. So it was like a 30 or 25% dip day. So yeah, I've been through that, and that is horrible, especially if you're just staring at the charts all day long. How's this affected me? Well, a few of you have messaged me saying, Glenn, do you still have your one Bitcoin? No, I don't. Which some of you will say, oh, you've sold out, you've sold too early. That's fair enough. But you guys may know that obviously my sort of goals that I wanted to achieve in life, one was to own one whole Bitcoin, but which obviously I achieved, I don't know, 6 months ago, 9 months ago, something like that. I bought it at 8,000. I actually wanted to buy a 5-bedroom detached house, ideally on my own plot of land, and then build a house from scratch. I haven't gone that far yet, and I do plan to achieve that one day, but we've actually bought and almost completed on a house which is a 6-bedroom detached house. That means all my kids can have a room each. At the moment they're all sharing. Yeah, it's just going to make our lives a lot better. We're moving to a really nice little remote village where everyone knows each other, and the schools have got really good ratings. So anyway, I've got all of that going on. So I have taken profits out of Bitcoin. I don't think any of you can begrudge me for that, but it means that I'm achieving yet another goal that I set myself years ago. So soon it's going to get to a point where I'm like, I haven't got anything else to do apart from maybe become an actual millionaire, like have £1 million in the bank. That would be awesome. I can't think of any other real goals that I wanted to achieve. But yeah, so I'm just really over the moon. I'm really happy. I'm in a good place in life. So that's where I'm at. So for all of you that are messaging me saying, Glenn, what's going on with your Bitcoin and yada yada yada, that's that part of it. Now I have taken some profits out of Bitcoin because I do expect to see I would imagine a 20 to 30% dump at some point. Now I don't know if this is it happening right now, but I expect to see that at some point. Bitcoin has just gone up and up and up and up and up and up. It's gone up so much that when it does go down, it's going to go down, I would imagine, quite a bit. Now that may happen at $50,000. $50,000, if it had a 30% retracement, you're talking 15,000, so that would bring it down to 35,000, which is roughly where we're at now. Now we're at 37,000, so that could happen. I don't know. I don't do any technical analysis, so I can't make any bold price predictions and stuff like that of what's happening in the short term. But my honest gut feeling is that Bitcoin value should be over $100,000, and once the world gets their head around that, then I believe we'll get there quite quickly. And things like this just cement that confidence in my mind that we are going to get to $100,000, whether that's now or whether that's in 4 years time or whether it's in 6 months time, I don't know. But a lot of people again have been commenting saying I've missed the boat and I've missed that. You haven't missed the boat. Depending on where you honestly feel Bitcoin is going to go eventually, you haven't missed the boat. If you've got £100 of spare money that you want to invest in something, invest it in Bitcoin. Don't look at stocks, don't look at shares, don't look at getting interest from the bank, because that's not going to happen. Buy some Bitcoin. All of you can go online now and buy some Bitcoin for $100, and I guarantee you that at some point in the future it's going to be worth triple. So you're going to have £300. But that's just my prediction. There's loads of people out there that are predicting that Bitcoin is going to go to 150, 200, 250, 300,000, a million. So who knows? That money could be obviously a lot more. So you haven't missed the boat. You've just missed, obviously, from whatever it was, 15,000 to sort of 35, 40,000. Yeah, you've missed that bit, which really, if you only had £100 anyway, you'd be sitting on about £250 now. A lot of people think when Bitcoin goes to, I don't know, $40,000, people think, that's it. I had a chance to be a millionaire. I could have bought it when it was $100 and I've missed it now. But remember, you always have to have two things come into play. One, you've got the price of Bitcoin, but also, secondly, more importantly, you've got what's happening in your life, and they're both fluctuating. At some point in your life, you will have £5,000 spare. You will have at some point, I guarantee some of you out there will have £5,000, and you will use that £5,000 to put a deposit on a car, go and buy a house, renovate a house, go buy furniture. You go and put a load of stuff on IKEA on a credit card that comes to £2,500. When you add these things up, you think, oh yeah, actually I did spend £5,000 over the course of that 6 months. Well, you could do that with Bitcoin, but you have to be comfortable enough to do it. There's some of you haven't got a £5,000 right now. You may get £5,000 in the future, but some of you are like, well, Glenn, I'm lucky if I've got 50 quid at the end of the month, each month, and it's been like that for 5 years. Well, then that's how much you invest. You invest £25 a month or whatever, you know. So you're in your own lane. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing in their lane. Some people are in Ferraris and Bugattis. Some people are in walking, you know, and you're in your lane. So just stay in your lane, feel comfortable with that, and try not to get distracted by all the noise of everyone else around you. Just stay in your lane, invest only what you're willing to lose, little and often. Even though Bitcoin has gone up to $40,000, I still have my standing order in place of £75 a week. That's personally what I'm buying every single week, and I currently changed that to, or I did a few weeks ago, to Ethereum. I actually started putting money into Ethereum because I thought, do you know what, I can see Ethereum going on a run. I've also taken some profits out of my Bitcoin. Obviously, as you guys know, I bought Bitcoin at a decent price. Obviously, it's a lot higher now. So what I've done is I've actually got some money that I'm looking to invest in Ethereum. Now, why is that? today has solidified that in my mind, because I had this notion or feeling that Bitcoin eventually is going to have a drop. And that drop may come at 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, I don't know. But I can imagine once that happens, once people realise, oh, okay, Bitcoin's stopped its awesome run, now I want to earn more money, they're going to look at Ethereum, they're going to look at altcoins, and that is when Ethereum and the altcoin market will boom. Like it'll be insane, because this has been such a huge run up, and the one that happened in 2017 is going to look like peanuts compared to what's about to happen. I can see altcoins just going nuts. Like the ones with the biggest voices, they're going to really succeed in this market, because in my opinion 99% of these are absolute garbage. It's just going to be the one that shouts the loudest, invest in me, invest in me. That's the one that's going to really pump. I don't care about any of the fundamentals and everything like that. XRP's probably got a good chance, Hex has probably got a good chance, Link has got a really good chance of really pumping, because they've got really big communities of people that are holding big bags of it, and they really, really want there to be a pump sometime soon. So I can imagine those having huge, big pumps. And when things start to pump, that is the reason why people invest in it. That is it in a nutshell. People don't care about XRP having the cross-borderless payment system and the rapid software that runs fast instant payments between banks. No one cares about that. All that people are going to care about is, oh shit, XRP's just pumped 40% in one day. I need to convert my profits from Bitcoin into XRP, and they'll do it just like that. And that is and that will then fulfill the prophecy. Obviously, that will then pump an even bigger pump, and we're going to see huge altcoin moves. But personally, for me, I don't really want to risk a big chunk of money on altcoins. Altcoins are all well and good. They can pump, 40, 50%, 100, 150%. I saw the other day in one of the altcoins. Can't remember which one it was. Oh, there we go. Nano, 210%. But then you can see if you invested in it yesterday, you are now down 12%. Now, if you put £100 in that and you lose 12%, you think, £12, I'll wait for it to go back up. For me, I'm investing a sum of money that I'm not willing to lose. So I'm looking at Ethereum. Now, I thought, well, Ethereum could dump 12% easily, but will it get back up to the levels that it was at? And I honestly believe that it will. But this is a very interesting point, that Bitcoin has just dumped 6.5%. I've literally just watched that happen in the last couple of hours, and Ethereum has not budged. You can see here it just dropped 1.1%, and I've watched it go from $1,300 down to $1,284. That says to me that there's a bit of confidence in Ethereum, and people are waiting for a really big move. Now, I actually was invested in Ethereum. I actually invested about $18,000 pounds. Sorry, so I don't know what that is in dollars. And I managed to get that up to 20,829. So I gained £1,000 from that because it went up $100. But then when I saw Bitcoin dropping, I thought, oh, they're all going to drop. But Ethereum, it's just stayed where it is. Now that says to me that once Bitcoin starts to calm down, once it's not going straight up, then Ethereum is going to pump like a mudder. So just be careful what you invest in. Only invest what you're willing to lose, because Ethereum could just follow Bitcoin and drop 30%. But it's my belief, and it's my opinion, not financial advice, that Ethereum is going to head towards $2,000 per Ethereum. If that happens, obviously I'll be a very happy boy. I'll probably be able to just buy a complete another Bitcoin just out of that trade. So that's it. That's really all I wanted to talk about. What are the other subjects? People asking me what altcoins I'm in. I will show you my portfolio actually. So you can see here that I still have my CRO. Obviously I use the CRO debit card, and I every time I buy something, I get given CRO all the time. So that's just built up. I think I've got a grand in that, or grand and a half, something like that. Obviously it did drop from, was it 18 cent or something it was at one point, down to about 4 or 5 cent recently, and it just went up to 8 cent, and now it's just dropped back down to 7.7. That's because Bitcoin's just dropped. Cellulus token is going to be the one. The Cell token is going to be the one that is just going to burn in my mind. It's just going to eat away at me. I done a video saying what tokens do I think are going to perform really well, and I said that Swap token will, which it is performing pretty nicely now, and Cell token will perform really nicely, and obviously we've got Bitcoin CRO. Cell token has just gone up and up and up and up. If you look at the chart, it just went down, but let's have a little look at this overall. If I click on max, look at that. 3,400%. Look at that chart. Every time I look at it, it goes up and up and up, and now it's just gone down. But we'll see what happens. Obviously Bitcoin's just dropped, so I would imagine that's fed that a bit. Plus it's got to come down at some point. But I mean, if that's another little dip like these ones are, then that is going to be a $50 a coin something or other. So I think, and I don't own any Cell token, so you know, I talk about it from a place of I wish I invested in that really like a lot earlier. Hex has done all right actually. Hex seems to do really well when Ethereum starts to drop. So we see Ethereum start to drop in price, and then Hex goes up. So maybe after Ethereum has a really big run, the next step would be to then convert your Ethereum into Hex. I'm not suggesting you do that. That is quite a high risk strategy. But that's just the pattern that I see. And obviously I was around for the last bull run, and now I'm still here in this bull run, and I was through the dip bit, all the bit in the middle of that. And they're just patterns that I notice. So I think we're going to see Ethereum go on a run, and as soon as Ethereum goes past its all-time high, we're going to see a lot of people invest in altcoins, and they're just going to pump left, right and centre, and for some reason there won't even be logic behind why they're pumping. And I think there'll be the odd news article that comes out, and a mention on a podcast, or a mention by a YouTuber, and things will pump 20, 30, 40% again. But then they're going to drop 30, 40% at some point, and if you're holding on to it on that day, all the gains that you gained are gone, and then Bitcoin would go up. So then you're like, oh, I haven't now got as much Bitcoin as I would have had if I just held the Bitcoin that is today. So just be careful of that. Just really be careful. Now, I've actually taken profits out of Bitcoin to actually do something with it. So if I end up with less Bitcoin, then I'm like, okay, well, you know, but now I have this house. So at least I've got something to show for it. So make sure you pay yourself first. That's one thing. Pay yourself first, and then reinvest into some other projects that you like the look of. And make sure that you're investing because of something you've seen or read that gives you belief in the project. Don't just invest into projects that are screaming the loudest for your money, because they're normally the ones that also shut their gob when everything goes down. That's my advice. Take from it what you will. Make sure that you like this video if you've liked this content and this little chat. I'll do some more videos if you guys appreciate me saying that sort of stuff. Some of you may get triggered by what I've said and be really annoyed. Comment down below. I want to hear all your thoughts. I want to hear all your feedback. That's really it from me, guys. Don't forget, you can also find me over on Telegram. The Team BitGlen group chat is just Team BitGlen. The link to it is in the description down below. You can also find me over on Twitter, which is BitGlen. Or you can just comment down below. That's the easiest thing. Just comment down below. I read all of your comments. I may not be able to reply to everyone, but I do read all of the comments. I try to delete as many scammy messages as I can. But that's it from me, guys. I'll see you on the next video from BitGlen, and hopefully we'll see Ethereum at $2,000. That's it, guys. Bye.